Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for watching my recent videos and commenting. It really does mean a lot. So I've come on to do a bit of a, I'm not sure, a sort of maybe mixed media type, but maybe not, I've not quite decided. So I've got this card here, which is the back of Silk and Weave, and it measures at 6 3/4 by 4, and I've cut out some numbers, and I'm using this paper that I'm using here is mixed media paper, whereas the layer isn't. So I've cut out some numbers, and what I thought I'd do with them was, and I've also got this bit, what I thought I would do with this is pop this on as if it's been like it's an embossing folder or something. I just pop them on in a kind of funny fashion, not necessarily the right way round. I just kind of higgledy-piggledy, kind of like that. I'm going to take this bracelet off because it's bashing on there and making a bit of a noise. So that's what I thought I'd do. I've also got this stamp which fits into this die cut. This was Protea stamp, which I got from Temu just to try it and see. So I've got that, so I might stick that on top, and there's a few other wee bits with it as well, but I'm not sure. So what I want to do is just start sticking these on. So this could kind of look like it's an embossing folder, but it's not, if you see what I mean. So I'm just, these are just unbranded dies as well that I've got here. So I'm just going to, I will start using my branded dies and things soon, but I just wanted to try some of these because just to see how well they actually work, and a lot of them actually are fine. They are fine. Obviously, you don't get the quality that you would with other brands, but they're fine if you're on a budget and you can't really afford to maybe buy other products. So I think they're fine for that. So I'm just going to go around placing some of my numbers on here just so that, you know, I get kind of a nice. So these are obviously the numbers 1 to 10. That one I'm going to put on the edge because it didn't quite cut out properly. So that would work. There's a 0 here, which I could always cut off as well. Just there. And a 7. I don't know if we'll get them all on actually. Might do. Let's see. So I've got that one on. Let's see what we can do. Need the 5 to go on. Maybe we won't get them all on. I could always push that up slightly. Get just on there. That could maybe go sideways or that way sideways. We've still got a couple here that might not quite fit on. Didn't do that very well, did I? Could have 7 just kind of there. Let's see. So we could have 8 just there on the edge. Move that up slightly. 4 or 8 here, just there, and 4. I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to manage to get 7 on actually. Anywhere, because I should have really thought about 7 before I popped the others down. So let's see. Let's just pop this one down first. So I hope you're all having a nice day. It's not quite as sunny here today. It's a bit cooler, but I'm not complaining at all. Still bright. Oh, I think that's got a bit clogged. Let's just pop that pokey tool in there and just unclog that. It's just got a bit clogged there. Right. So On out you come. It's not coming out. Oh, sorry about that. I got my glue to work. It was very clogged. So I've kind of moved that round. I've put that in the middle. Let's see. Seeing if I can get a better assortment of colours on it. So, colours, numbers, I should say. So let's just pop that one kind of there. That's better. Get rid of that extra glue. We don't need, shouldn't see that too much anyway because I'll be covering it up. Now I didn't get the 7, I wasn't going to be getting the 7 on, so what I thought I could do with, let me see, so I definitely want that 6 on there at the bottom, or at the edge anyway. Let's see, maybe it would be better having the 6 here. There we go. So this is just another way that can actually make it look like you've had a, you know, an embossing folder. Right, so we've got 8, we've got 5, they could go on there. We've got 7 and 4. Maybe 7 could go there. 4 could go in the corner. Kind of like that, maybe slightly off. So let's do 4 in the corner. So we'll just do that bit there and a little bit here because the whole thing's not going to be on it. So just 4 there, that'll be fine. We'll do, right, I said I'm going to put 8 and 5 there. Kind of. I don't suppose it matters if they're slightly overlapped either, is it? It just adds to the sort of different way of doing it. I could kind of overlap some of these ones up here. That might work. Let's do that up here. Kind of looks a bit more authentically pleasing, or aesthetically pleasing even, I should say. And then I could have done that now, so I could have 8, 5 could be like that, and 1 could go over the bottom. Let's just do that. There we are. Just get that whole 5 on there. And 8, or 8 that way, and 1 over the top maybe. That might be quite nice. Oh, and then 1 like that, or like that. Let's do it like that, I think. We could just put it there. Well, maybe we'll just do it that way. So let's just do it in between there and there. Just slightly over. That's fine. So quite happy with that. So let's just put the lid on this because I think that was why we had it sticking up at that point. So I've done that. I'm just going to wipe this again. So what I'm going to do this time over the top is I could just keep it plain, but I feel that I need to add some colour. So I'm going to add some, some wilted violet because I like wilted violet. So what I'm going to do is, let me think. Now, where was that? Just bear with me because I was going to do something, but I've not got that. It's fine. I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to take my purple blending brush and I'm just going to go over very lightly kind of over the top of these. I'm not pressing down particularly hard. It's just kind of catching the numbers. That's catching a little bit underneath as well, but not too much. So I don't want to do too much. And I don't mind that there's that sort of bits that obviously have glue on it, because it's it kind of adds to the textures and things that are going on, so that's quite nice. Now I'm going to add another little colour as well. I'm going to add my very favourite, which is, where is it? Where's Salvage Patina gone? Up here. No, I've lost it. Oh, it must be on this pile. I've got a new storage thing that I got to build up first, so I will be able to put these other ones I've got, and then I can buy some more. Terrible, isn't it? So just a little bit of Savage Patina over the top as well, and that'll just catch wherever, which is nice. I mean, that on its own is probably quite a nice background, I would say. But I do like these colours together. They're very, very nice indeed. So that's lovely. Now I'm just going to chop off these bits that are hanging over the edge, but I hope you'll agree that's pretty nice. So turning it round to the back and just chopping these off. We don't need that. And that's a nice little background there. So as I say, I've got this, which I'm thinking might end up covering it all. So we'll stamp it out anyway. We'll stamp it onto that. So it's a King Protea flower. Now what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to put it onto there, and I'm going to pop this over the top. So I'm just going to get this Twilight Versifying Clear. I'm just going to put it down like that onto there. Oh, don't do that, Shirley. Been doing a bit strange sorts of things for a couple of times. So this needs to go down, so we need to try and get it in the right place. So I'm just going to line it up and hope that we've got it in the right place. And if not, well, it doesn't matter. So just giving that a rub over the top all the way around. Make sure you've pressed down if you have a stamp like this, or if you don't. And let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, that's lovely. That's really come out really nicely. So let's just clear this away. Just get rid of that ink off of there. That's great. Now I think I'm going to take the little bird, maybe not. So that is quite a lot of that. So what I'm wondering is, what I might do is just cut some of that away. So I'm going to cut this piece away. So I'm just going to go kind of round here, around this bit, because I don't want that bit at the side. I think it covers up the design far too much. So just cutting round that area, cutting that off a bit. There we go, that should work. That will be less on there. And I might just take this bit away as well. I mean, it's lovely, but I don't want that, so much of that on. So just cutting around here as well. Like that. Take some of that excess away. There we go, that's better. It doesn't cover all of the numbers, which I don't want it to do. So to colour this piece here, what I thought I'd do was I'd just colour them in with these and use a brush. So if I pop that to the back, and I've got a little brush here that I should be able to just use. Oh, I don't know it's stuck to that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use these colours that I had. So I'm going to pop a little bit of spray into the lid just for this particular technique, and then pop it in there, and then I'm just going to go around some of the flower, just giving it a wee bit colour. I'm not being too precious about getting it exactly right or shaded. I just want a bit of colour on it to colour in a wee bit. And if I want a wee bit more colour, I just pop it into the ink pad and that brings out more colour. If I want less, I put more water on and that takes the colour out. Okay, so I want that. This is mixed media paper, so it will hold any kind of watery medium. So I want to just do the same here as well. So I need a little bit of water on that as well. Just put some round here, just to lay something down just now, and just do a bit more up here. So then I'm adding a little bit more just so it's a wee bit darker. I want to blend that out, just add a little bit more water than I would like that. Now I will be coming on with Tag Tuesday tomorrow, and what I should have said was join into Tag Tuesday. So do hashtag. I did put a little post in my community page, so I don't know if you saw it or not, but if you want to join into Tag Tuesday, do join in and use hashtag Tag Tuesday. And it'd be nice to see all your makes on social media or on your YouTube channel if you've got one. If you don't, as I say, on your social media makes, just join in. There we go. That's quite nice. So let's see what that's going to look like. Yep. Now I want to get to the wilted violet again. So I'm going to do that on the middle. The wilted violet. So let's pop this away. So where did I pop it? Did I put it back? What have I done with it? Oh, it's in the wrong place. Here we go. So we're just going to do exactly the same with the wilted violet. So this is a nice deep purple colour. Just get rid of that patina or patina, whatever you want to call it, on there, and just get some of this into the lid as well. And I'm going to do the middle in this wilted violet. I'm going to make it quite dark down here, and then lighten it up sort of there, and just do the same up here. It's kind of not as easy to see that one because it's kind of cut off. There we go. Quite happy with that. Might get a bit more on here. Just put a little bit more. A bit darker. That's better. Right, and then we're going to go for some wee bit greenery as well. So pop that one away. we're going to go for speckled egg for this bit here. So same thing, we'll just pop some water in the lid. Let's just get rid of the purpley bit off here. And we just pick, still got purple on it a wee bit. And we're just going to try and go into there with these. I might just use straight from the tub. Just gives it a nice bit of green going on as well. And I think this is just greenery that's kind of in the background. I don't know, maybe that is a plant, another bit of plants that I've not quite. I just want to cover this with greenery just now and just give it a bit of colour, really is what I'm really trying to do. It's not very neat, it's quite scruffy, but I don't mind that. Right, I think that'll do. So let's just sort that away. Right, I want to add a little bit of walnut stain to it, to the actual background. Now, I know walnut stain is quite a dark colour, but I want to just let that dry. I want to just add a little bit of this just to the I've got new brushes here as well, which I want to use. So these are just small little brushes that come in a tub like that. These are from TV as well, but I just wanted to try a few things, see. So let's use one of them. And see, oh. See how that's quite. So just in and around, if it's going to work. Just to kind of bring out these numbers a bit more. I'm not going over too much because I don't want to spoil the look of the purple and the blue, but just gives it a wee bit more of something as well. Instead of just having that, it makes the numbers stand out a wee bit more, I think. Don't know if these brushes are the best, but they're very soft, but not sure. And then I'm going to give it a wee spritz with some of this Savage Patina as well. I've got spray, put that over here, put that over there actually. So just a tiny spritz, I don't want too much on it, she says. That's quite nice, not too much, that's enough. And then, let's see, I am going to, so that's quite nice as well. Let's just pull that back a bit. And I'm not going to dry this, I'm just going to leave it as is. I think that looks really nice just like that. So what I thought I'd do was I'd pop these over. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right in to here. Just cut that right down. Cut a bit, because I really didn't want any white or creamy colour, sort of creamy colour, this card showing at all. So let's see if we can get this cut off a bit better. Now there's a couple of bits here. Don't really want that creamy colour either. So we're just going to cut that away as well. But I do like the floral of this, it's quite nice. I haven't ever really seen a stamp like this before, so I just thought I'd try it. And I do like King Protea flowers, they're really nice. I find them quite fascinating actually as a flower. Some people can't have them because they're allergic to them, but I seem to be fine with them, which is good. And then I'm just going to cut that down a bit as well. So we're not really seeing too much of the white. There's a little bit there as well, which I'm just going to chop away. Oh, that's better. And what I want to just do round the edge of this is just put some of this walnut stain. Now, it could be harder than you think, so I don't know if it's going to work with this brush, so just a little bit, just to give the definition. I know what's going on to that flower, but just trying to do it on the edge here a bit. It doesn't matter that's going on to that really. I'm quite happy with that. Just give it a wee bit of edge on it. I'm wondering if I could actually cut into the middle of this here. You know, I could make an absolute mess of this in a minute, but I'm just wondering if I could cut into there and just separate these a bit. No, I don't think that's going to work. What I can do actually is just cut a bit like that. That might work. Let's see. Yeah, that did work. So I could actually separate these a bit if I wanted to, because I think the whole leaf, the whole thing doesn't look so good as a one piece. So if I kind of just go down there to there, and this is all part of creativity and playing really, isn't it? Hopefully you're still stayed with me. If you haven't, that's a shame. Now, I'm wondering if I could actually just cut that piece off at the back, because I don't think it's serving any real purpose here as such. So just chopping into that a wee bit more. Cut that bit off. And so that could go in there, and then we could maybe just chop this bit away as well. Chop that bit away, and See what it looks like now. Right, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look quite as bad. I think we can still kind of see if we can separate that. I know that's going to have the bit at the bottom is going to be off, but I can easily sort that out. What time are we at now? Hopefully I'm not going on too long. Right, let's see what else could we pop on. So still kind of layering up a bit here. I'm trying to think, I've got all these different pieces here. I don't think that's going to work. Now I should just stop because I'm just adding things that I don't really need to add onto, like bits like that. I don't really need to add that on, but I could, you know, I could add these two pieces on and then add the flowers, and that would kind of just break it up slightly. What do you think? Oh dear. Alright, I've got a bunch of butterflies here which I could add if I find the right sort of colour, because I've got various colours here. So these were the butterflies that I chopped out from Craft Addiction. See, they would work. That's just a plain one. There's another one like this. This has got sort of gold on it, this bigger one. And that would probably work as well. I don't have the bodies though. And I could just pop that in there or something. Oh dear. Just pop this off because it's not going to be needed, is it? Or what I could just do is just do these in the middle, like that. One sort of higher up and one there, with a butterfly on the edge or on there. Oh dear. Here's another small butterfly. That's a really small one. That's quite nice. And that. What do you think? Will I go for that instead of making things hard for myself? Right, so let's pop these down. These were just off a card that I cut out, and it's actually in German, but it doesn't really matter. So let's just pop a little bit of blue over the top of these as well, so they're not quite so white, if you see what I mean. That might look a bit better. Let's see if we've got purpley colour here. You do see I'm just winging it. I should have done this for Jenny's Winging It Wednesday thing, shouldn't I? So that, kind of like that, and the butterflies on just there. I think that'll be perfect. Right, so let's pop this butterfly on first. So it's going to just have, it's not got a body, but I might have to add that later. This butterfly is going to go here as well, just at that bit here where I had it. Now this is going to go there. And this one's going to go on top slightly. Oh, I don't want that there. So very slightly on top. Get a block just to hold these down for a minute. That's fine. And then these are going to go on top like that. I think we'll just have one there. First of all, I want to make this more like a flower because it just kind of looks a bit straight at the top there. So I've wiggled that bit, that's better. So let's just that on like that, just there. I think that's where I said, and that one can just kind of go over like that, yeah. So where's that block? I put it back, didn't I? So pushing them down a bit. No, never, it's there. Honestly, Shirley, honestly. Oh, jeez. Dearie me. That's what happens when you put too much thought into things, I guess. I don't think I want this butterfly. It's far too big. Far too big. Yep, that one's too big. And now, let's see. I think that's what I want to do. And then I'm just going to add some wording to that. I'm going to use the black, I think, although maybe not. So I want these to eventually stand up a bit. I think that's quite nice. Challenge yourself is one. Good things come in small packages. There's one actually. Blow out the candles and let's eat cake, which is quite nice. So I will put a little bit of glue. These are self-adhesive, but I just like to put a wee bit of glue on the back just to keep them stuck. So I'm going to put that slightly to the right, the left, sorry, the right. And then I'm going to add, so it was blow out the candles, let's eat cake. So that would be a perfect birthday card for somebody who would, I'm sure, appreciate it. Some people don't like grungy cards. They just like, oh no, I can't have that. But there's other people who really do appreciate them. So it's good when you get somebody like that to help you appreciate it. And just a few wee gems for the butterflies because they don't have bodies. So let's put these away for now. So let's see what gems. I need to do something that's going to kind of coincide with the colours. Let's see. I've got these nice ones, which might work because you can cut them. You can have them as a line off. So you can have 4 in a or 3 in a line, if you see what I mean, because they're all joined together. So let's put that onto here. If I can get it to work. Yep, so that can be that body. And I think I need a wee bit more, so I'm going to do, I think I'll do 5 for that one. So let's just, was that 5 or 6? That's 5. So I'm just going to pop that in the middle of there as well. There we go. And I think that's all I'm going to do. So I would like to thank you for watching. I will pop this onto some background, base card or something. Thanks so much for watching. As always, let me know your thoughts. And yes, please check out your subscription just to make sure you are subscribed by hitting the all bell button. But let me know your thoughts. Please check me out on social media as well. The links will be in the information box below. And I'll be back soon. Bye.